let's see what we need to make a cushion. We need fabric material, then we need a fabric pencil or crayons or fabric chalk, a scissors, a strong thread to finish the center of the cushion. We need the same color thread to sew the design. Here I'm going to add a 2-inch width royal blue color same satin silk fabric on both sides of the main material. So I think you can totally avoid doing this if you find it complicated, but you need only basic cutting and sewing skills to do it, and by adding it I think it will give a personality for your cushion and it will stand out of the other cushions. Most hard part is to copy the design to the material, and to make it easy I used a tape and used it on 4 sides all along, so it will not slip around when you copying or drawing the grid on the material. So I have drawn all the squares all along the material, and each square here measures 1 inch. These all squares are 1 inch, and let's start drawing the design. It's going to be like this. Mark a diagonal line here and continue from here another diagonal line, so it's going to be a V shape, and we're going to leave 2 of this section, and again 1 same, and here so this is the way I'm drawing the pattern on the material. So please refer the design shown in the earlier part of the video. As it is a beginner's program, I have planned a very simple design. It's going to be easy peasy, and you can do that without any confusion because there is only one kind of design and no mixing of many designs together. The hard part is over, and now you can start seeing the designs. So as you can see the design, it is not clearly visible here and it tends to be disappearing. So I used a darker pen right over here. It is just for the video to make it more clear. So what we gonna need, what we gonna do, if you see suppose it is your grid and you see a diagonal line in your material, so it's right over here, a diagonal line. So start sewing it. Just watch what I am doing. Well, that's what we go to do when you see a diagonal line. Then we pull the thread together and secure it by sewing over 2-3 times. Well, that's it for one part. Then when you see a marking like that, so I call this a V-shaped mark. It's not clear, whatever, it's going to be a V-shaped mark. And when you see a V-shaped marking on your fabric, what we're going to need, use that same thread. You don't need to cut the thread and use, you're going to use the same. Watch what I am doing. So we're going to sew the 3 points, one over here, the next, and the third one. Then we're going to pull the thread together, and remember to leave an extra length in between each sewing points. So we're going to pull the thread here, and again we need to secure it by sewing over 2-3 times, the same way like we did for the diagonal line. Well, that's it. So as it is a beginner's program, I have designed a very simple design. So it's going to be stitching the V shapes followed by another V shape, then diagonal line. So let's move on to the other V shape. You can continue sewing sideways or downwards. It's up to you and up to your comfort. And remember to sew the nearest points always, so that you won't miss any designed parts. So I hope you understand how to do the basic sewing, and here the marks are not so visible because of the kind of pencil I used is so light colored. So here I am doing the diagonal line. So it can be a little bit time consuming, and you're gonna go a long way down the road to finish the design. But I never feel boring because I do what I love. When you do something which you love, you never feel boring, and I really enjoy what I am doing. Many people ask me, oh, how boring it can be, it will take a lot of time. But it's really, I enjoy what I am doing. So after you have done a few points, you can have a little peep on the other side, what's going on the other side. So let's have a look on the other side. Yeah, the design starts showing up, as you can see here. So I'm going to go on with the same pattern, and see you in a minute. our design is going to be look like this. Let's have a look. Now it's time to stitch together the both sides. It's going to be this side with the other, like this side, and we're gonna need some pins to hold it in place before you stitch, and make sure both the designs from both sides meet together in a proper way. As you can see, I have stitched together the both sides, and just place it like this so we can fill it well. We're going to need a lot of fillings to fill the cushion well. So let's start filling it. Here I used so many layers of fillings to fill it well, and you need to fill the cushion very well, otherwise it will not be in a proper circular shape, and it looks so shapeless. So keep in mind you need to fill it well, and after fill that well you can start making the pleats and sewing the center. Let's see how to do it. It is going to be so easy, not at all complicated. It is the easiest part of the cushion making. So let's start from one side. So here you can see the design is already making a pleat. When you pull it here, you can see one very detailed pleat right over here. So fold that pleat like this. Take your thread and needle and go through it. Sorry. And this is it. Like that you have to do each pleat. So it is easy to get the pleats from here, and again. Then here you meet the starting point. Just get the end of the thread and now pull the thread, and you need to tighten the thread by making 2 to 3 knots. So make it secure. finish the other end of the cushion the same way we have done here. And now it's time to do the last step of the cushion making. We need to use the centerpiece, and here I'm using a big needle. So if you have a big needle, use it, because it's going to be so easy to finish it with a big needle. And just use this centerpiece and go through the center, and it should meet the other end. You need to find the needle in the other end. It's going to be a bit hard, but not so. Got it. And use the other centerpiece. Just stitch over it. And just place it in the middle. Then go back to the other end. I'm not pulling it too tight, just leave it as flat, not too tight and not too going too inwards by pulling the thread. Yes, and we need to secure the thread. I'm going to tie that there, and that's it.